Hi, I got a post the other day from someone saying they used to suffer lower back pain and that they found that stretching their hamstrings helped immensely. Most people know some hamstring stretches. I'm not going to show any hamstring stretches today. I'm going to show some stretches that will help you to release muscles through the glutes and the hip area, and 3 stretches or 3 variations of one stretch that will help that area, and you should find that that gives you really good relief from lower back pain. So I'm going to give you an example of one that you can use at home, or somewhere where you're comfortable, where you've got space to hop down on the floor. One that you could use at work, or even so I give to my cyclists who often finish their ride sipping lattes. It's a good one. You can sit at a cafe and do this stretch as well. And the third one is one I used to do a lot of driving and found that on a long drive my lower back would get quite tight, and this stretch is really good for that one. You can do it just standing up next to your car when you're filling up with petrol, or just taking a stop at the roadside somewhere. So 3 stretches. The first one you can do at home, or somewhere where you're comfortable to sit down on the floor. So there's a whole range of these stretches, and they vary in their difficulty, or depending on your level of flexibility, which ones might suit you. So we'll start off. These are all fairly basic. Most people should be able to have a go at least one of these and get some relief from lower back pain through this. So the first one leg out in front, the other leg just crossing over. You're going to put this ankle here next to that knee and foot down on the floor as best you can. We're going to lean forward and try to get our arm around this knee, and the object is to be able to pull this knee back towards this shoulder or this armpit here. So leaning forward, trying to get as much of our body onto that thigh as possible, wrapping as much of that arm around as possible, and then lifting the chest up along the thigh, pulling the knee in towards the armpit or the shoulder here. So different bodies, different proportions are going to find this one more or less challenging. If you can't get your elbow all the way around there, that's fine. Holding on with your hands here and trying to pull back up in this direction. This position here, if you can get to it, is a fairly strong position. You can hold on to this wrist and just give you some leverage to be able to really lift the chest up along the thigh and then pull the knee in towards the armpit. Okay, so that's stretch number 1. I would hold that for a minimum of 30 seconds. Prefer you to hold it for more like a minute and then do the other side. So we're going to do both sides on all of these stretches. The next stretch I'll show you, you can do at work or anywhere where there's a seat that you can sit on. You can do it in public, like I say, with the cyclists I have. You can do it sitting in a cafe, sipping lattes. So it's the latte stretch. We're going to take one leg out in front straight. So just imagining that we're working with you're a fairly inflexible person. We're going to take it fairly gently. Just bringing this leg up until that ankle is resting on the knee. Now from there, that might start to feel like a bit of a stretch through this side here, through the glutes and through the hip. If it does, that's fine. Just going to there and gently pulling the knee up. Same stretch, pulling the knee up towards this shoulder. Okay. Again, you can bring this foot all the way up. It's a bit stronger. The knee is higher, so it lifts you up higher. Again, if you can wrap your elbow all the way around, great. Lifting up. So again, sliding the chest up along the thigh and then pulling the knee in towards the shoulder or the armpit. And that's a fairly strong stretch there. So that's one you can do pretty much anywhere. The last one, great for if you're driving, or even if you're on a plane on a long haul flight. Let's imagine we've got my car here, I'm filling up with petrol. If you're on the plane, obviously just use it for a bit of balance. Okay, so filling up with petrol at the petrol station there, I can easily just place that foot up on that knee, or take my time just placing the foot up on the knee, and then bend the leg that I'm standing on. So from side on it looks like this, and sticking the bum out. And so where am I feeling that stretch? In the glutes there. That's where I'm feeling it, sticking the bum out, and that's a fairly good stretch for there. So obviously, again, getting the position, sticking your bum out, and sinking down. Now it does take a bit of strength for the leg that you're standing on, but it's a good leg strengthener as well for the other leg, while you're getting a good stretch for the glutes on this side. So obviously, holding for a minute or two, 1 minute each side, takes about that amount of time or a bit longer to fill up your car with petrol, so it's a great one to do if you do get lower back pain when you're going on a long drive. So that's 3 variations of stretches for your glutes or your bum muscles. So that should help most people suffering with lower back pain. I'll be putting more posts on, showing more stretches, more advanced versions, and also I'll get into some hamstring stretches, along with a whole lot of other stuff that could help your lower back in the future. Thanks.